What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video on the F&G Racing channel. I feel like it's been a really long time since I've done a video. I guess it really has been a really long time since I've done a video, probably over a month. The racing season has officially started. Things are already getting kind of crazy. This is always a really busy time of the year for me, with school and everything. Trying to get wrapped up at the end of the year, get kids their certifications, and then on top of that, get everybody ready for contest, finish up projects that we have in the shop that we haven't got finished yet. So it's been a really long last month. Having a really tough time getting caught up. Already been through 3 races this year. The first race was a Race Rudine deal at Port City. It was an all non-wing outlaw show. That was kind of a rough time, being that I wasn't on outlaw tires. I was on an ASCS tire, and everybody else there had outlaw motors and outlaw tires, and then on top of that, my driving ability isn't the best, so didn't do too good there. Second race of the year was just a regular points race at Port City, and actually threw the wings on the car for the first time in a long time, and lo and behold, I made the A feature that night. Albeit it was a little bit of a lighter A-class crowd that night, but there were still some pretty heavy hitters out there, as there always is out at Port City. Felt pretty confident in the car that night. Didn't do very good in qualifying. Started at the back of my heat. Got past a couple people. Started at the front of the B feature. Started third, finished fourth. 6 transferred, so I got in at the back of the A feature there and got to do my first 25 lap race, which was really cool. Went just this last weekend and left the wings on the car. It was the spring fling at Port City, and it was a really tough track. It was really rough through 3 and 4, and the track was super juiced up. Had a lot of moisture in it, and I was missing the setup all night long. So didn't have a very good night. Plus, I just feel like, I don't know, it was just a bad night for me. I just feel like I didn't drive the car to the best of my ability. Didn't set the car up to the best of my ability, and those two things just compounded, and just wasn't a good night for me. Spun out a couple times in my B feature, and just kind of made a mess of things out there, to be real honest with you. Not to say that that's out of character for me, because it really isn't at this point. I still accept the fact that I'm new at this, and that I'm going to make mistakes, and that I haven't got it all figured out yet. So there's really no reason for me to be mad, although I was mad that night. So looking back on it, it's just a bad night. We just erase that from memory and keep on moving. Needless to say, I think I'm going to take the wings back off the car and concentrate on non-wing racing. Not to say that I'm better at it, because I don't think I am. I don't think I'm really better at either one of the two. But I don't know. I just feel a lot more comfortable in the car, in non-wing trim. I don't know why. I don't know if it's the way that the car feels, or if it's just more of a technical driver's race. So I kind of enjoy that a little bit more. But gonna put the car back into non-wing trim and do some non-wing for a little while. Coming up this week, another points race at Port City. I don't really have anything organized. This video is going to be extremely unorganized, as my garage is a freaking mess right now. It's so terrible. I'm actually sitting on the front bumper of the car because I don't have a chair in here. So anyway, just a few little updates on the car. The car pretty much looks the same as it did before, with the exception of a few things. I actually decided to get an Ultra Shield full containment seat after the shootout last year. Saw a lot of wrecks happen last year. Fortunately, I wasn't a part of any of them, besides a few just, minor, bump-ins with some people. But still got me to thinking. I need to be a little bit safer out there. So I did go ahead and put a full containment seat in the car. Thanks to Joey Starnes at One Way Performance, he hooked it up and got me a really good deal on this seat. If you guys are ever looking for anything, Joey's your guy. I mean, super easy to work with, just good people. But anyway, other than that, just pretty much the same car as last year. Refreshed CSI shocks and another metric cycles power plant in the car. This engine's been running fantastic with the Engler injection provided by Frank Flood Racing. Frank's a really good friend of mine and has been for a long time. When I asked him what kind of injection I should put on the car, he told me Engler. I had Gould injection on the car, but if I've got the support of Frank, and he's pretty much just right down the road, so pretty much the only reason I changed. But to be real honest with you, I haven't had to touch it since I put it on the car. It's just been spot on and dialed in. But anyway, the car's pretty much stayed the same. I just really want to thank you guys for tuning in and watching. I know watching somebody that sucks at this isn't the funnest thing in the world, but I'm having a ton of fun doing it. And I just thought this would be a really cool idea to vlog and catalog everything that I've done so far. Hopefully a few years from now, either look back at this and think, man, look how stupid I looked, or maybe here in a few years I'll look back at this and think, man, look where I started and now look where I am. Hopefully that's the case. But anyway, just a quick shout out to all my sponsors, Justin Heckman at J and Granite, Justin Wilson at Dirty Snout Designs, Cord Walters at Fresh Powder 918, powder coating and sandblasting. Thanks to Micron Tom, Frank Flood Racing, CSI Shocks, Joey Starnes at One Way Performance, and as always, Brady at Metric Cycles for keeping a power plant in this thing that's reliable and I don't have to worry about it. Also, special thanks goes to, and I want to give full credit to this guy, is Chad Lair and Chris Carroll with the Dragonfly Aviation team. Last week, I wouldn't have made it to the A feature if it hadn't been for those two guys. Along with a lot of help from a lot of other people, a lot of the people that I just mentioned. But they gave me some help on some shock setting stuff that's specific to Sawyer Panhard cars that I didn't really know, and it really helped, and it gave me a really good feel for the car, gave me some good advice, solid advice, and I just really want to thank those two guys for that. Also, just always thanks to you guys for tuning in. But anyway, I'm going to get off here. I'm going to get to the racing action, and I'll see you guys in the next one.